So today we got the new V40 and V40 Pro from Vivo, and these are co-engineered with Zeiss, so there's a huge focus on camera, but these are also apparently in the V series here, the thinnest devices packing 5,500 milliamp hour battery, so I'm really interested in checking out just how slim these are considering there's still a large battery inside. This is the standard V40, this is the V40 Pro. Difference in box size is kind of interesting. Let's start with the V40. Now these are obviously going to be available in a couple of different colors. I have purple. I like that. Just straight up simple purple. And it's got 12 gigs of RAM, 512 storage. You're getting a Snapdragon chip in the V40, whereas you go to a MediaTek in the V40 Pro. Oh, that's nice. Purple phone, purple case included in the package. C to A cable, the device, and I'm guessing the reason we have the bigger package on the V40 Pro is because we're probably gonna have a charger in there. Now, both of these devices are capable of recharging at 80 watts. Now, this is our first glimpse at the Zeiss co-branding, the partnership. Also, we have something here, Auralite optical image stabilized portrait. That's an interesting looking flash area. USB-C, SIM tray, power switch, volume rocker, and a unique camera layout. The device is extremely thin for something that's packing 5,500 milliamp hour battery. Okay, moving on to the V40 Pro, identically slim. Well, that's pretty cool, even though you go to the Pro model. The camera area you can see is laid out slightly different. Ring light is below the added camera here. And inside the Pro package, we're also gonna get a case, this time in black. Same USB-C to A cable, and then the beefy charger. This is flash charge, 80 watt max, and either of these two devices will take advantage of all 80 watts. Ooh. Dirt bike. So here we can see the screen resolution 2400 by 1080, and our screen refresh is set to smart switch to move between fast and slow in order to maintain your battery life. However, you can lock it at 60 or lock it at 120, and the screen is actually higher resolution than 2400 by 1080, but it's gonna save power if you use it in that mode. You can also run it at its full resolution, 2800 by 1260. All right, let's do some standard photos. We have our favorite prop. Ultra wide is quite wide, represented as 0.6, but if I tap on it, you can see it's also got the focal length representation of 15 mil, 1x or 23 mil, 2x or 50 mil, and 4x or 100 mil. You can see the camera versatility you get from ultra wide all the way up to 100 mil. Now for video, we can shoot up to 4K 60 frames.
I'll be the judge of how entertaining Mo is. So this is our 4K 60 frame Mo camera test that we are very familiar with, and we like to evaluate the detail, actually tremendous detail. I can see little fibers and stuff on your hat. Oh, really? Because it's black. Yeah, like, you know, like typical little fibers.
How's and hairs though?
Gray hairs? Oh yeah. I got them. I got a couple of grays in there.
Audio? Testing 1, 2.
Oh, and let's also test the audio while we're at it. Yeah. This is officially an audio test.
Simo, that wasn't so bad, was
No,
it?
it wasn't.
I could have done you worse.
Either you're getting nicer or
I could have done you worse. I thought it through. It crossed my mind. So there's a couple of different portrait modes that Zeiss wants to highlight here. The first is called multifocal portrait, then there's style portrait, and then lastly, Auralite portrait with 3D studio lighting utilizing this section here of the camera. Now there's also portrait that moves into video. They have something called cinematic portrait, which works as expected, aiming to behave like portrait mode in stills, but instead carry that over to video. So studio portrait uses a lot of these features in one. It's got the Zeiss portrait lens kit, the bokeh flare, the beauty mode, all with one tap, so you get this kind of studio effect. And you can see the different focal lengths are represented like you would have on an actual traditional camera, 100 being a very popular choice for portraits. You can go in and select different bokeh settings, which is pretty wild. And these different bokeh settings mimic popular Zeiss glass, Biotar, B-Speed, a planar, Distagon, Cineflare, and Cinematic. So if you want your bokeh balls to have a slightly different shape, you can create that. You can also increase or decrease that effect. Now they have some presets that they're calling portrait lens kit. This will aim to mimic very popular portrait lens combos and choices. Let's try 100 mil close up on Mo. Are you ready? Oh, you look very beautiful. You've been beautified. Look at your complexion, just beyond perfect. Superhuman complexion. You can see the specs of this particular photo. 100mm f4, 1/50th shutter, ISO 145. Now what's cool is you can actually refocus it as well. So if you want to change your settings after the fact, you just click on the bokeh button and then go in there and make your adjustments. Monitor, Mo, camera, Mo, watch, monitor, Mo, and then the amount of bokeh right here. Boom. Now I'm gonna try it again, but this next time, what I'm gonna do is turn off the beauty mode and just use the remainder of the portrait effects, and Mo is gonna have a little bit more
Tell me you want me more.
background. I'm gonna try an 85. You stay where you are. You stay right there, Mo.
All right.
So this is kind of a complicated task. You see his hat is like meshing with the ceiling there. You've got some detail in the foreground. He's obviously the focal point, and you can see the fall off over here to the side, like where his shirt is. Background, foreground, background, foreground, right on the eye. Done. Without the beauty mode turned on, you get a more natural complexion. You can see a little bit more detail in his face and obviously the imperfections. Like if you want the full studio portrait effect, look at this guy. Look at that guy. It's a lot. There's a lot to it. If I switch to 24, you can see that it resets 35, 100. Boom. Depending on the focal length that I select, that will change the spread of the light, whether I need a slimmer beam to travel further or if I want to diffuse that light and have a wider spread. Both the V40 and V40 Pro come with this upgraded aura light, and this is 33% brighter than on the previous generation. Is there such a thing as a front portrait? Yes, there is. Should I try beauty or no beauty? What do you think? Damn, that is like for a selfie camera on the front of the phone. Are you seeing this? This front-facing image looks like old rear-facing images, like from not that many years ago. Maybe I should just also, while I'm here, do a more intense beauty mode. Oh yeah. See, it's smoothing me out even more. I'm getting smoother as we go. All right, let's try this movie bokeh in the cinematic mode. And I'm gonna make it as strong as possible because I'm just curious how this is gonna work. Oh,
Mo, you are definitely a cinematic man.
And is it cutting me out
You're,
from the background?
you're cut out, brother. You are cut out.
Is it look good?
you decide.
Oh yeah,
You're
dude.
cut out.
That looks really good.
Stereo speakers. Speaker 1, speaker 2. Charge animation check. Charging, flash charge, real time. Be even faster if the battery was lower. Dolphins. I'm in the animal kingdom. Vibrance. So there you have it, V40 and V40 Pro, purple and silver. Which is more appealing to you?